Okay, so this is my business, the Paragon Effect. And, you know, it doesn't matter. I just love what Jerry said. Nobody cares about, you know, your successes or anything. But one of the things I've been able to realize is that there is a whole world of need within the industry of direct selling. So my company, the Paragon Effect, it's kind of like the hub of a wheel. We work on a lot of high-level strategy type stuff, but really the thing that you guys are most interested in right here is this little intersection between people and processes. The process is, how do we bring products into the marketplace, right? We're just chatting with people. And this is awesome. We're going to focus right here. This is the heart of the matter in our business. So I'm going to share with you guys the startling truth about customer to customer. I don't even know if that's a phrase, but I just kind of started thinking about it. It's not business to business. It's not business to customer. It's customer to customer. So I started exploring this whole thing. What do the top earners know? Because when I was introduced to direct selling several years ago, I was like, this is brilliant. You know, I used to develop consumer products. I created overseas manufacturing models. I understand what it is that we're doing in terms of putting products in people's hands. So when I was working in my warm market, I had some great success because the people that knew me and trusted me, they were like, this is a no-brainer. I got it. I didn't have to manufacture, warehouse, logistics of shipping, accounts receivable, accounts payable. All I had to do was talk to people. Done, I'm in, I can do that. So it was interesting because true to statistical norms, I did great in the early stages and then the wheels fell off. And it was the most perplexing thing to me. And that's when fear and frustration sat in. And I would sit at my company's events and I would think to myself, you know, I see these people on the stage and they're big earners. And they've got the it factor, right? They're funny, they're charismatic, they're smart. And I would sit in the audience and look at them and I'd go, God, what is it about them? Like, what do they have dialed in? For many of them, it's taken years and years and years. Okay? And then I'd see other people on the stage and they had experienced some great momentum in their business. And they'd stand on the stage and go, I'm just like you, and if I can do it, you can do it. You guys heard that? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'd sit in the seat and go, no, I'm not buying it. Because you know what? If I knew what you knew and I was just like you, I'd be on that stage and somebody else's butt would be in the seat. Honest to God, I'd think that. Did you guys ever think that? Or is it? I know, it's crazy. So it started this whole process of thinking for me, what do the top earners know? Don't you guys want to know what they know? Oh, God, let's get to the heart of the matter. Okay, I love this quote, and I'm not a Donald Rumsfeld fan, okay? Just want you guys to know that. Yeah, you guys probably like Donald. Well, anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, I love this quote. There are known knowns. These are the things we know that we know. You with me so far? There are the known unknowns. These are the things that we know that we don't know. Still with me? And then we have the unknown unknowns. For me, this is like, you know, the black hole in the universe. Like, I just don't know what's beyond the black hole. Okay? These are the things we don't know that we don't know. Kind of brilliant coming from Donald Rumsfeld, but anyway, this is the whole premise of our little presentation. There is specific skill and knowledge for success in this industry. Do you guys believe that? Yes. It's weird. Like you guys wouldn't be here if you didn't have success in some way, shape, or form, whether it's in this industry or in traditional corporate America. Is that fair? Yes. Are you scratching your heads going, this is not rocket science? Right? What is going on with this industry? This is really the beginning of this journey for me of thinking. I'm a big thinker. Sometimes I think too much. Okay. Just stay with me on this little ride. Okay, what is the promise of the industry? Anyone? Just throw it out. What is it?
Walk-away residual income.
Walk-away residual income. Awesome. What else? Lifestyle. Leverage. Freedom? What kind? Time? Financial. That's pretty much it. It's really super simple, isn't it? It is not rocket science. Okay. Here we go. But, and this is a big but. I like big butts. Okay. Sorry. I do this a lot. Sorry, just bear with me. Okay, only 1/4%, that's 1 in 1,000, are creating job-dropping residual income. These are based on, statistics, 40 years of the Direct Sellers Association. You guys are probably all familiar with this, okay? In addition, we have 80% who are going to quit in 90 days. We have 70% who feel disenfranchised with no mentor or upline support. And we have 97% who will never break even. Those are pretty startling numbers, yeah? Okay. I love Desi. Lucy, you've got some splaining to do. You guys aren't laughing. Maybe you're younger than me. Anyway. Or maybe you just don't like Desi. Anyway, I want to assure you guys something, because I had to talk myself off the ledge. This does not mean that you're bad or sick or wrong or stupid or that anything's wrong with you. Can I get an amen on that one? It is not about you guys. Yeah? Okay. Don't talk back to me. Okay, so regardless of whatever success you guys have had in traditional business, the reality is there is specific skill and knowledge required for success. I knew that was coming. And there it is. Okay. The elephant's in the room now. There it is. All right, let's move on. This is the thing that had me confounded, because you know what? I know that I'm not stupid. I mean, I'm not a genius or anything, but I'm not stupid. And this is, in large part, some of the beliefs issues and mindset issues that we have in this industry. Okay. Here's where we're going to drill a little bit deeper, okay? It's important that we take a look at why it is that people are not achieving their desired outcomes in their business. Are you guys interested in kind of digging around in the sock drawer a little bit? Yes. Okay. So most companies, not all, but most companies in this industry, they'll take training and development and they push that out into the field. They'll say to their top earners, look, you've achieved this success in your business. Why don't you teach your team and everybody else in the company what it is that you're doing? Okay? Is that a fair? That's totally fair, isn't it? Okay. So within a corporate culture, we have all these subcultures. We've got this leader over here, leader one, scares the bejesus out of me. He's like, it's a tried and proven system, right? Okay. We got this one over here. She's just like an awesome recruiter. You know, everybody wants to come into business. Look at her eyes, though. She's a little shaky. She's thinking, holy crap. How am I going to teach people? I don't even know what it is that I do. I know that I'm good at recruiting, but I don't know how to teach other people how to do this. Okay? She's an average person. And then we got this guy over here. You know where I'm going with this, don't you? Okay. This is the guy who's just like, Pam, you're overthinking it. This is really simple. You just go out and talk to people. You need to be more like Joe. Joe is ignorance on fire. I don't like that expression. I'm sorry, Jake. If Jake's in the room, I don't like that expression. I don't like anybody being ignorant. I don't want to feel ignorant. I don't want to project ignorance. How do you guys feel about that statement? Okay. So we've got this guy over here saying you're overthinking it. And I used to hear this from my upline. I need to take a deep breath here, because this is where my blood pressure goes up a little bit. Let's just have a little moment. She used to say, Pam, you're overthinking it. It's really simple. You just go out and talk to people. And I would respond to her, okay, look, if this doesn't make sense to me, that's why I'm thinking. Because I'm being put in a position, talking to the people that I know and love, and I'm throwing mud against the wall. That is not how I value my relationships. What do you guys think about that? Are you in agreement with that? That is not fair, and that is not the promise of the industry, is it? Okay. Okay, I'll get off my high horse on that one. This is a great quote. If you guys haven't read this book, The Ultimate Sales Machine, you should, because we're salespeople. I know, people will say to you, we're not selling, we're sharing. That's another thing that pisses me off, because it's like, you know what? We are selling, and it's not a bad word. You don't have to wash your mouth out with soap after saying selling. The reality is, there's a tincture of psychology in this industry. When you get that dialed in, that's when you go to the top of your compensation plan. Yeah? Okay. Companies are leaving the most important part of their business in the hands of people who have no clue how to do it. How do you guys feel about that statement? You believe that's true? Okay, we're getting to the bottom. We're in the hood. Okay, this is a great article written by Darren Hardy, one of the most trusted individuals in the direct selling industry, really just a phenomenal person to track if you're not following his writings. Anyway, he did this great article last fall, and the thing that's really important, you guys have to understand, it's not that I've had a drink or anything, there are little cracks on the stage up here, and my heel keeps getting stuck. Anyway, I'm sharing all my secrets with you. Anyway, this is a great article, you guys should look this up. He went out and he's like, look, here we are in this recession, we're in this economic situation, and what is going on? Because our numbers are flat in the industry. So he went out and he interviewed about 100 industry executives, corporate owners, consultants, top earners, and he's like, what's going on? And this is what he came back with. This is fair, this is totally fair. When people first get started in the business, their anxiety, discomfort, and uncertainty are at their highest, and their skills, experience, and confidence are at their lowest. So what are companies telling us to do? Follow the starter kit. What does the starter kit say? Set a goal for your business, come up with a names list, start calling, right? Okay. This is where it starts getting a little scary for people. The key lever to Salesforce growth is the investment in and development of your people. Okay? My belief is this needs to come on day one when you sign a distributor agreement. You have got to start investing in training people on day one, not day 120 when they're starting to struggle. Is that fair? Yeah. Okay, great. So Darren talked to 100 people. I talked to over 500. And I didn't want to talk to industry executives. I wanted to talk to you guys. So in the process of coaching people who had been in the business for 3 months or so, and people who had been in the industry for 20 plus years, 7- and 8-figure income earners, 500 people I talked to, and I want to share the findings with you guys, because now we're getting to the heart of the matter right here. Okay, this is how we traditionally think of compensation plans, right? Vertical. We've got to work our way to the top. Top earners. It's up and down, right? This is the way we think of any compensation plan in any company, in any industry. All right, so let's break this down. New distributor shared with me, look, Pam, here's the biggest challenge. And I ask like 5 key questions when I start coaching with people. But the one that I want to share with you, and this is the specific data that I collected, was what is the biggest challenge in your business right now? What is preventing you from getting the thing that you want? And I started thinking, can we draw a straight line between all this information? Here's what they shared with me. They don't know what to say or how to say it. Okay? They're being met with some scary objections. Again, we're working in our warm market when we're early on in our business, right? So friends and family are looking at you going, really? What are you doing? Is this one of those, I'm not even going to say it, things? They're totally overwhelmed by the amount of information that's coming at them, right? Unmet expectations. Fear and frustration start setting in. So what do? They stop talking. Have you guys personally experienced this, or do you have somebody on your team? Let's see hands here. That's a pretty good population. Now, I'm not suggesting that every team leader builds a business this way, but think about that statistic, 80%. That's a huge, hairy number, is it not? I think that's a startling number. Okay, so that's new distributors. Mid-range earners, this is really interesting because these are the builders. These are the people who've been doing it for a while. They've successfully recruited people. They've seen a little cash flow happening. They've got some specific challenges. They don't see their recruits advancing, okay? Transitioning from hobbyist to professional is a particular problem because a lot of people we're recruiting, they don't have business experience, right? They're just average people. They come from different industries, maybe healthcare, whatever. All of a sudden, they own a business. Their DMO is out the window, their daily method of operation, and they have no time management system in place. So what happens is they're reacting to everything coming through the pipeline, everything. Calls, they don't know how to organize their calendar, they don't know how to analyze their business, they don't know how to do proper customer service. There are all kinds of things that unravel at this point in the business. And as a result, their confidence starts waning. And when confidence starts waning, this is when we think to ourselves, that little gremlin, I just don't know if I'm going to get to the top of the compensation plan. These guys are trying to out-recruit retention at this point. Yeah? Can you guys relate to this? Okay. The top earners, and this is pretty incredible. I mean, I talk to people who are making some serious coin in this industry, and they feel horrible. They feel horrible that more people on their team are not achieving the level of success that they have achieved. Okay? This is big. This is a really big deal because they're thinking, am I duplicable? That's the question they're asking themselves. Like, I can train people, but are people actually going to implement something deep into my organization? They're saying, look, I'm good 4 generations down, but beyond that, everything starts watering down. Okay? So, I want to suggest to you guys a little paradigm shift here. And I think this came to me in a dream. Honestly, dreams like this don't happen, but this was pretty powerful. What I want to suggest is that instead of it being vertical, we think about this compensation plan as a slope, okay? The new earners are up, and the top earners are down. And the reason why this came to me was because I started thinking about the flow of water. And what's so interesting about a stream is that if you think about when we're recruiting new people, they're upstream. And the objectives are to get them downstream. Because downstream, you can become a life force for a lot of really powerful things. You can do all kinds of amazing things if you become a life force. Okay? So I don't like vertical. I like slope. What do you guys think about slope? Am I onto something here? Do you like this? So think about this. We have got to move new distributors down into this middle pond because you can't advance downstream into leadership if you're swimming around in that middle pond. Is this making sense? Okay, cool. I love water. Okay, so the big question is, now we're getting somewhere, how do we move these people from the upper pond into that middle pond? Because nobody's going anywhere. Nobody's going anywhere until we help these people out of that top pond, yeah? Okay. 80% of the people are parked up there. And look at these poor slobs. These are your recruits right here. They have set up camp in that upper pond. And if I'm not mistaken, that guy right there is picking lint out of his belly button, waiting for you to tell him what to do. He's been up there so long, he's probably got a pillow stuffed with his belly button lint. All right. You guys ready for a solution? Yeah? Do you think, have we got to the bottom of this thing? You guys in with my argument on this? Okay, let's go. The solution. I want to tell you guys that all kinds of bad things happened to me in my business when I was building. I was standing in front of a small group of people. I had total fear of presentation. Really, I don't even know how I'm doing this today, but it's just, I don't know, I feel like I'm channeling something. There was a lady in the audience, hairy eyeball. She was just, She was not happy to be there. I don't know, maybe she got hoodwinked or something into coming. She was not happy. And I was standing up there and, I couldn't take my eyes off of her. I was just like, oh my God, she's gonna kill me or something. I don't know what's going on over here. But it's not about me, it's about her. So anyway, she took me down with a series of questions about my company's compensation plan. And it was at that very moment that I realized I was in over my head. And it's crazy because I'd never not succeeded in business. And here I was, found myself a single mom, I've got 2 young kids, going back to the corporate world. Well, I've never worked in corporate America, but in traditional business, that was not an option for me. They were in school, I wanted to be able to volunteer, and I had to get my financial wheels underneath me. This was not an option. I had to make this work, and I thought, she singularly can take me down. I'm actually grateful to this lady today. I'll be honest with you. She taught me a really valuable lesson that I had no right to be on that stage presenting to her. The reason why is that in the Denver area where I'm from, I didn't have geographic leadership, and so I was kind of thrust into this role of leadership. And here I was thinking that I was a leader, because I had successfully recruited a couple people, and yet I didn't have the skill sets. My friend Janelle over here came up with this concept of, leadership is a verb, and I thought, God, that's brilliant. It's an action, right? It's not a noun. I actually looked it up, so I found out it's a noun. Anyway, it should be a verb. Okay. The solution lies in systems. There isn't a business out there in this industry or otherwise that doesn't operate from a place of systems. You guys with me on that so far? Yes. So now we're going back up to strategy. Okay, we got to think high level, and then we're going to bring it down to the dirt. Here we go. Back to basics. There's actually, speaking of back to basics, there's a great documentary you guys should look for on PBS. You can find it online. It's all about Tupperware. Have you guys seen this? It's so provincial and cute, and here are these little ladies in their pretty little dresses, and it's great. It's all this nostalgic video of how they built direct selling businesses back in the early days of the industry. And I was watching this, and one of the distributors was saying, it was really simple. I'd go to a party, and I'd see somebody who had really kind of a nice personality, extroverted, and I would go over to her and I would say, do you see how you could get a new refrigerator? Literally, this is how they did it. It's very similar to what we're doing today, the why that Ray was talking about. This is how you can earn your new refrigerator. And she'd break it down for them. Compensation plans were super simple back then. You could connect dots very easily for them and say, if you had so many parties and you sold this much Tupperware, minus the hostess gift, you could have your refrigerator in about 3 months. And I was thinking to myself, dang, that was so easy. The problem is, in our industry today, we have to be a little bit more sophisticated, right? It's a different environment. People are more knowledgeable. We need to be more skilled. And throwing mud at the wall does not cut it anymore. Okay, here we go. Super simple. Recruit. Train, retain, and then we duplicate. Do you see that this can be of value to you? Now we can do some specific, pinpointed learning. Here we go. We need a system to sort all this information. Just like Ray and Fernie said, we've had more information has been coming toward us in the last 10 years than in all of history prior to that. Isn't that remarkable? It's incredible how much information is coming toward us. We have got to put a system in place to sort this, especially for brand new distributors. They're getting information from their back office. They're getting emails from people they don't even know. We've got the internet. We've got our public library. We've got books on our own bookshelf that are probably dusty. We've got our company's starter kit. All this information, we have got to sort it from these people. Yeah? All right, here we go. Who's all about acceleration? Woo! I don't know about you guys. I don't have years. Do you guys have years? No. Nobody's got years anymore. We've got there's some people in dire need right now. They have months, not years. We have got to figure out what are the unknown unknowns. And then what we want to do is move them through a process of pinpointed learning. Super simple. Okay, so first thing we want to be able to do is assess their skill and knowledge. Because we know that the top earners have it dialed in, right? So wouldn't you like to know where you stack up against the top earners? Yes. Okay, awesome. Jeez. Wake up, it's Friday night in Vegas. Jeez. Okay, here we go. This is super simple, you guys. First we assess and we figure out what it is that you know, and more importantly, what it is that you don't know, and then we move into learn mode. Step one is improve yourself. When are most of us in this industry right now improving ourselves? If you survive 90 days, we're doing it like when we're stuck, right? And you're sitting here going, seriously, it cannot be that hard. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, or I'm going to explore, or I'm going to just invest. And all of that is good. But what we have to be able to do is accelerate this process of learning. So we're going to start with improve yourself. Then we're going to move into build a team. And then we're going to move into becoming a leader. This is not overnight. Okay? But literally, oh, and then we're going to practice. This is who are we practicing on right now? Are we practicing on our prospects? Do you guys know? You're a smart man. Most of us are practicing on our that's what I did. I was practicing on my prospects. Those poor people. They were like, you are annoying. Go away. Right? Have you guys ever seen that deer in the headlights look? Okay. We've got to practice in a safe environment. We have a solution for you guys. And then what we want to do is go out and apply this. And this is when we start recruiting. And wouldn't your life be different if you could turn back the hands of time, acquire the skill and knowledge first, and then go apply? Does that make sense? I know you guys are processing. You guys are all thinkers just like me, aren't you? Okay. This is really cool. This is an online assessment. It's a self-assessment. This is not your upline telling you what you should or should not be doing. This is you analyzing your own belief system in yourself of what it is that you know and do. And these, you can't really see the detail on the left-hand side. These are the critical skills that you need to have dialed in to be successful in this industry. This doesn't take a whole lot of time to acquire the skill and knowledge, as you guys know. But what is really important is that you have some sort of a moniker of where it is that you're going. What does this roadmap look like? It actually starts right here. This is the point of entry. When you're recruiting somebody, if you have a team of people right now, how valuable would it be for you to just say, look, I'm not a psychologist, just take this online assessment, let's see what's going on with your business. Can you see the benefit to your business? That totally offloads any sort of, psychology mastery that is required when you hit a certain level of leadership in this industry. What's really great about this, as you can see, is it's color-coded. Red, these are the roadblocks. These are the things that may be standing between you and the thing that you want from your business. Yellow means proficiency. You're doing pretty good. You're not going to crash your car into anything. That's a metaphor of your business. And green is mastery. So this little blue box up here that has a 3496 in it, this is a measurement of personal effectiveness. That's what the top earners have dialed in. There isn't anybody that can shake their tree. There isn't anything that can shake their confidence. There's no question, objection. They know how to massage a conversation. Okay? Jim, stand up. This is actually the PE profile. We call this a PE profile.
Hello.
Somebody I found on Facebook. Hang on just a second, Jim. Jim and I met on Facebook on the No Excuses group. I was looking for a volunteer, and he graciously stood up and offered to take this online assessment. So, Jim, if you could share with us your reflections, a little bit about how long you've been in the industry and what you thought about this.
This was eye-opening. It helped expose those things I didn't know that I didn't know, and so it was very helpful. I've been ideally 20 years in the business industry with dreams, but the last 5 more actively, and have had some success online, have some other businesses that have been going okay, but the network marketing side of my business hasn't gone where I've wanted it. And so seeing red in some spots, I didn't know there were all these skills that were required, so it's helpful.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Isn't that great? So here's somebody he's just like, I don't get it. Why am I underachieving? Now he sees. Now what we can do is pinpointed learning. Let's accelerate this. You don't need to master the things you've got dialed in, right, Jim? Let's work on the things that are red. So our job is to show you that we can accelerate this process for you. And you guys, literally in months, the exponential outcomes in your business can be overnight. It's that big. Your prospects deserve this. You guys deserve this. The people we're trying to help and serve in the industry, those 80% of the people that are camped out upstream, they deserve this. We have got to help those guys. And that, to me, is low-hanging fruit. How long does it take to recruit? Oh my gosh, we invest so much time recruiting people, and to have them camping out upstream, that is a disservice to this industry and to your company's products, I'll be honest with you. So if you do nothing else, I want you guys to employ this three-step success pattern. Super simple to do. Okay, let's go over this really quickly. Step 1 is improve yourself. In 14 to 30 days, you can be building and improving at the same time. This is really important. All of your companies, I would guess, have quick start bonuses, right? There's money on the table. Our job is to get that money in our pockets or in the hands of your new recruits. But you can still invest a good portion of your time in improving yourself. The goals are really pretty simple. We give you a handful of goals early on in your business. Most of it is just get your product for free, get a little cash in your hands, hit the bonus money, get a few people on your team. We give you specific action items that will take you to that goal, and we tell you how much time to allocate doing specific actions. This is really good because most of us are used to having people tell us what to do, right? Is that fair? Okay, good. Just want to make sure you're still with me. Okay, step 2 is building a team. And you can expect to be in this part of business building for 60 to 120 days. And we are going to give you some specific goals. Again, you guys don't have to write this down because I'm going to get it to you. But most of the goals revolve around income-generating activity. That's what building a team creates. We give you specific action items. Again, big time focus, the majority of which is spent either recruiting or 2, training new distributors. You're going to start them at step 1. See how easy this is? Leadership. Again, specific goals, action items, and time focus. Majority of your time in step 3 is developing leaders below you. Remember I shared with you their frustration? Like, I don't know how to develop leaders on my team. I've not been trained to do that. So this is really cool. If we start everybody out at the start, instead of in the middle pond, which is where we're throwing brand new distributors, right? We're throwing them into the heart of contacting, and they have not developed the skills to do it effectively. Ugh. Sorry, am I the only one frustrated here, or are you guys good with this? All right, let's talk about some results. I am standing before you right here. I'm a product of this product. This is not a sales pitch. I'm just telling you guys this is a system. And the one word that you will never hear used to describe this industry is predictability. The only way you're going to achieve predictability in this industry is if you put a system in place. Is that making sense to you guys? Yeah. All right. Okay, now people know what to say, and more importantly, how to say it. Okay, they're quickly sorting suspects into prospects. We're mastering the critical skills in the order in which they should be learned. Unlike me, who was presenting and I was ill-equipped to present. Okay, fear and frustration is minimized. What happens when we take this off the table? Retention goes up. Yeah? Okay. We're reducing distributor fallout. That's huge. Builders are training step by step. Okay? Hobbyists are now becoming professionals. They know how to build now and to build for a really, really long future. It's not for quick cash. It's for residual income, right? Increased enrollments. We can show you guys how to just go out and find your authentic voice. Aren't you guys getting lost in all these scripts? I totally got lost in this. I'm like, I don't know even who I am in this process anymore. That's a disservice, because I think I'm kind of cool. Anyway, builders are re-engaging. I talked to a lot of people who were just like, you know what, Pam? I'm ready to get going. I was ready to quit. Leaders are developing leaders deep into their organization, and now the unknowns are known. Yay! Woo! Okay, that is it, my friends.
For a free 10-day online recruiting bootcamp and dive deep into rejection-free sponsoring methods, using the internet, click the link above or go directly to elitemarketingpro.com/go. I'll see you there.